Ruth Judd, the woman accused of murdering two friends and shipping their bodies in luggage to another city. The crime shocked the entire United States. Ruth Judd, the attractive wife of a doctor, stood trial in Phoenix, Arizona. She was accused of murdering her two close friends, LeRoi and Hedvig Samuelson. According to reports at the time, jealousy and rivalry had destroyed the friendship between the three women. After the killings, LeRoi's body was hidden inside one trunk. Hedvig Samuelson's body was dismembered, and her remains were packed into another trunk and additional luggage. The baggage was shipped by train from Phoenix to Los Angeles. Ruth believed the crime would never be discovered. She was wrong. When the luggage arrived in Los Angeles, a railway baggage porter noticed something horrifying. Blood was slowly leaking from one of the trunks. He immediately alerted other railway workers, and the police were called. Within hours, newspapers across America were reporting the shocking discovery. That single suitcase exposed one of the most sensational murder cases in the nation's history. After the crime was uncovered, Ruth disappeared for a short time. Eventually, she surrendered to the authorities. News of the murder spread rapidly across the United States. Thousands of people traveled to Phoenix from New York, Chicago, Hollywood, San Diego, and many other cities. Hotels that had once stood nearly empty suddenly became completely full. Many visitors came for only one reason. They wanted to see Ruth Judd with their own eyes. Crowds gathered outside the jail every day. Twice each day, Ruth Judd was escorted into the prison yard for a short walk. People waited for hours, hoping to catch just a brief glimpse of the woman accused of the shocking murders. City officials quickly realized that the trial had become the biggest story in America. Special trains were organized for visitors. Outside the city, officials prepared a stadium that could hold 10,000 spectators. Their plan was to broadcast the trial live through enormous loudspeakers. At the last moment, however, the judge refused to allow microphones inside the courtroom. He insisted that a double murder trial should never become public entertainment. Officials quickly found another solution. Court stenographers recorded every word spoken during the proceedings. Each evening, professional actors recreated the entire trial for radio listeners. The role of Ruth Judd was performed by a Hollywood actress. During the day, she carefully observed the defendant. Each evening, she recreated Ruth's voice, expressions, and mannerisms for listeners across America. Millions of Americans followed every new development through newspapers and radio. The courtroom was packed beyond capacity. One woman fainted in the crowd and had to be carried over the heads of the spectators because there was no way through. Throughout most of the trial, Ruth Judd remained calm. But during the testimony of a well-known psychiatrist from San Francisco, she suddenly lost control. She shouted, "Get out of here! Every word of this is a complete lie!" Moments later, she fainted. Court officers eventually restored order. Ruth Judd was found guilty and sentenced to death. But the execution never took place. She was declared legally insane and transferred to the Arizona State Hospital. Her story became even more unbelievable. Over the years, she escaped from the hospital 6 different times. During her final escape, she lived under a false identity, working as a housekeeper for more than 6 years before she was finally found. She was eventually released and lived the rest of her life as a free woman. She died at the age of 93. Even today, historians and true crime writers continue to debate the case. Was Ruth Judd a cold-blooded killer, or a woman suffering from severe mental illness? Nearly a century later, the debate has never truly ended. If you enjoy true crime and forgotten history like this video, leave a comment and subscribe for more.